Whoa, my fixed blade collection. A couple noteworthy ones being T-Rex tooth-looking knife. It's a replica of a knife that showed up in Jak 2 for 3 seconds that I had hand-forged in Nepal. Holy shit, there it is. This is fucking crazy, dog. Alright, listen, brothers. Check this shit out. This is what happens when you actually pay someone to make a PowerPoint for you instead of yelling at your mods and telling them to telling them that they have to make it in like 1 hour on stream. Look at these fucking graphics we got. Yeah, it's like the I Spy books. We got a book of chatter collections. There are, I believe 60 something slides in this set. So, we got quite a few collections to go through. For anyone who doesn't know, I have avoided looking at these as much as possible. I have not seen any of them. I haven't looked at any of them. And I don't even know what they all are, which is why I had someone else make the PowerPoint for me, because otherwise it ruins the surprise. On God, if it's a bunch of people who are like, this is my rock collection, and it's a picture of gravels that they picked out of the driveway, I'm gonna lose my mind. Twitch chat, you already know how +2, -2 works. But YouTube chat, you guys can play along too. The way it works, if something is good, you type +2. If something is bad, you type -2. Don't rag people too hard with -2s, but we are gonna be having a yay or nay type of situation here. Without further ado, I think I've stalled long enough. Let's go through and see our first collection. I collect RAM and RAM accessories. The vast majority. What the fuck? Okay, I've seen this guy in the Discord. This is QAI. This guy has a fucking mega collection of RAM sticks from like all eras. I hadn't seen it all laid out. He showed like his box that he had full of it before in the Discord, so I knew he had this collection. But like, he hadn't posted a picture of it where it's laid out like this, where you can actually see it all. This guy is basically the equivalent of those people that collected Pokemon cards in like 2018, and then like, you know, the 2020s hit and suddenly they're worth 10 times as much. He's basically got that right now, because RAM is worth so much money now. We need to find this guy's house. Alright, I collect RAM and RAM accessories. The vast majority of RAM on these pictures is overclocking relevant, with the idea to hunt down the highest rated retail versions for specific chips, and then testing a bunch of them to find some ultra rare stuff. It's like a multi-layered gotcha. Holy shit. I found out about this originally because he posted some RAM stick that has like a 7-segment displays at the top that show what the clock speed is, and I was like, what the fuck is that? And he was like, oh yeah, that's like, you know, ultra rare overclocking RAM from like 2008. The data farm hillbillies are hunting him down. No, bro. We could never split this man from his collection. This is a crazy collection. This collector is bankrupt now with the RAM prices. No, he's not bankrupt. He's fucking rich as hell. He owned all this before the RAM prices went up. And I know he's got some DDR5 in there too. That shit's worth bank. Where I'm seeing +2s everywhere. What are these RAM sticks that have a handle on the top? Were they intended to be ripped out of the slot by the handle? You can see he's got some water-cooled ones down here. That's not a handle. Is that a heat pipe? What the hell? I do not know anything about old RAM enough to comment on this collection, other than it's insanely impressive to have a set like this. I like these ones with the nuclear symbol on them. That's fucking sick though, QAI. And the chat corroborates it, because they all were sending their +2s this way. Let's see what's next on the collection list. These are okay, record collection. Hang on, he got anything good? Oh, he's got Sufjan. Never mind. This guy rocks. Oh wait, it's Jake Wake. Okay, never mind. Who literally has a VIP in the Twitch chat solely for the purpose that he's always referencing obscure music that I know. So I'm like, yeah, he's kind of base like that. I'll give him VIP. He's the only person that has VIP for that purpose. I'm realizing how bro has the Doom soundtrack. Hang on, yeah, wait. Let's rate Hawaiian Holiday with Johnny Pineapple and his orchestra. What the fuck is this? Sound of Music? Okay, that's pretty good. Plastic Beach, banger. Rumors, banger. Warhammer. The Doom soundtrack, that's pretty crazy. Ninja Sex Party, you got, okay, there's a lot of internet. Yeah, you see all these like collections from people that are not online. I can spot out an online person by their music collection. You got Ninja Sex Party, the Gunfighter Ballads. This is just the Big Iron album. What is this? Ty 2? That's the OST for Ty the Tasmanian Tiger 2 Bush Rescue. That's fucking crazy. I've been collecting since 2018-19-ish with Love Yourself With My Whole Heart as one of my first personal purchases. That's a great choice because it's a Sufjan album. Also, it's not an album, it's a single. Actually, this is the only one of these that I don't have of. You even have fucking Year the Rabbit or Enjoy Your Rabbit? That's a crazy pick. Never mind, I don't have that one on a record either. I do have a Sun Came though, one of the re-releases, which is pretty hard to get. My collection started when I ended up getting my uncle's collection and sound system, also pictured. Also, most of which was stolen from his siblings. Most of the second pick is made up of stuff I ended up getting from my gran that she liked sharing with me. Dude, yeah, nice collection, man. Yeah, can you guess which ones were from your uncle's collection? I'm guessing it was the Johnny Mathis like mega set and the Sinatra and the Best of Roy Orbison. You know, I'm not saying you wouldn't pick up Best of Roy Orbison if you saw it at like a flea market or something, but probably didn't go out of your way to find that one specifically. Bro has the fucking Minecraft soundtrack. Sorry, my bad. You're right. You have both Minecraft soundtracks. Also, of all the Sufjan ones, you have Age of Odds, which is an incredibly based pick. I feel like the Funko Pop collection my brother has is shit compared to everyone else. You would get a little bit of shit for it being a Funko Pop collection in GL. I would still review it as a fair collection. Anyway, though, this is an awesome record set. Hell yeah, brother. All right, Lego collection. Lego collection. All right, let's see what sets you got here. Now, I'm no Lego expert, but my younger brother had a crazy Lego collection as a kid. Let's see what he's got here. Lots of fucking Bionicles or Ninjago, one of the two. The ones that are like the built ones here. Is this Jurassic World, if I had to guess? Oh, sick, you got the fucking T-Rex. Hell yeah, bro. I want this set. I've got a couple Lego sets myself that I've done since they've come out with some of the newer ones. I want the T-Rex. I got this one for my brother for Christmas. The one that had the Lego collection as a kid, because he still sometimes does these. And I got him the T-Rex set because it's freaking epic. What's this big ship here? This is probably a franchise set if I had to guess, but I can't recognize what it is. The Avatar Skimwing spotted. I used to have one of these Lego clocks. Oh, those are Lego Atlantis. See, I didn't even know about that line. Funko Pop spotted. Point and laugh. Nah, the proportion is too in favor of Lego. Also had those big Lego heads that you could stack, and they were like multi-tiered, and the entire gimmick was that each tier had increasing sized holes in the bottom. So you would put the Legos in at the top, and then you would shake the entire head, and it would sort them in order of size. So you would pull one tray out and it'd be only the bigger ones, and then all like the 2x4s and the 2x2s, and then all like the little studs at the bottom. I love those things. We had so many we had like 3 or 4 of them. Anyway, that was really sick. This is a sick Lego collection, dude. Hell yeah, brother. Let's see what we got. MTG Commander decks. Usagi Keed, thank you for the submission. I know nothing about Magic the Gathering at all. Wait, how the hell do you have a Great Wave card? Wait, hang on. Are these themed after things? Hang on, wait, some of these are signed, too. Some of the Magic heads in the chat. How impressive is this collection? Because there's people that are like, holy shit, dude. This is a lot of decks. Hang on, I'm trying to see, because I know they do like themed releases with different franchises. Like, is this the fucking Samurai Jack guy up here? Thousands of cards, I imagine they're decent. Each deck is 100 cards. Holy shit. I like this one here. Wait. This is a Mori Calliope card? What fucking collab did they do where they add that? You could see that, right? That's probably a proxy. It's a proxy. That's okay. That has to be, man. There's no way they did a collab. Still, hell yeah, brother. Top left card is creased. Yeah, it is. What are you fucking ragging his ass for the creased card? This is a sick collection, though. That's awesome, man. Oh, Color Red. Okay, for reference, Color Red does a lot of the movie nights in the Discord. There's a couple people that do them, but he's one of the guys that does the most. This is my collection of movies, about 75% of it. The rest is in storage. I have seen everything on the shelf. Box sets are separate, everything in alphabetical order. Hang on, yeah, let's see what you got on here. Bruce Lee Satyrian collection, that's crazy. We got Evil Dead, all right. Deadpool, okay, slightly read it, but it is a fun movie, I'm not gonna lie. Why is the Shaft Criterion Collection font in, like, the Twitch font? Am I crazy? I feel like I'm probably being stupid with that. I'm sorry, you have a box set of the Puppet Master movies? Whole James Bond collection? Hell yeah. Let's see what we got here. Troll 2. They're alphabetized, so that's probably what they're... But it is funny that some of these are, like, legit great movies, and then they're mixed in with Troll 2, The Room, Trick or Treat, like, so bad they're good movies. Criterion Collections and knows Zatiochi movies. I'm gonna be real, I don't know who that is. I'm a bit of a scrub, I'm not gonna lie. I'll tell you this, I'm only judging you for one on here, and it's the Ruby Blu-ray. Resident Evil, okay, you know, understandable. Do they have Cinematic Masterpiece Hoodwinked 2005? Hang on, they're alphabetized? No, it appears they don't. Get their ass. Hang on, what else we got? Seven Samurai, that's a great movie. I never want to see it again though, because it's 4 hours long and it's kind of boring. Color Red, great collection. What the fuck is this, dude? Hang on. This is my Jurassic Park collection / office. At Paleoraptor on Twitter. That's insane. When they heard collection, they said, oh, I'll show you a fucking collection. Dude, I think they like dinos. Like, okay, posters, yeah, that's easy. That's easy clap, but they got the rug. They got the rug. They've got, like, every dinosaur. 3 slightly different versions of the Jeep from the main movie. Holy shit. I love the frilly monitor trim. I was gonna comment on this. The lamp and the monitor both have these, like, cloth trims on it. It's a real contrast to the dinosaurs. Also, you can only see it in this shot down here, but they have this separate, like, encased, lit up collection set as well. There was a guy in my hometown I grew up in that had a Jeep that he painted. He didn't have the logo on the side, but it was painted like the Jurassic Park Jeep. And he had dinosaurs all over the dashboard. This is a dedication, the likes of which we're unlikely to see with any other collection. Is that a Super Nintendo or like a Sega Genesis that's painted in the Jurassic Park colors? That's a game console of some sort. Hang on. Is that a Genesis or a Mega Drive? I know there was a Jurassic Park game for the Genesis because I had it as a kid. It has a really scary opening scene. Or maybe I was just a little pussy, but I thought it was really scary because it goes dun 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 and the T-Rex like comes into frame. That game sucked. Look, man, I didn't have much options, okay? Dude, that's crazy. All the printouts from the magazines and stuff, too. Jurassic Park team hat. Wait, is that a Universal Jurassic Park opening team hat? That's what I was thinking. That's like something that you wear if you're like on the crew, right? That's what I would assume. Few collections are coming close to this one. Holy shit, we found the fucking time traveler. My pocket watch collection by Nate Life Crafter on Twitter. When I was a kid, I always wanted a pocket watch. It was the coolest thing in the world to me. This guy's the fucking Time Lord. I would have thought this guy was the coolest man alive. I am the time influencer. These ones are all variations of the same. Most of them have pretty unique different faces though. Weed pocket watch. Hey, oh wait, where's the weed one? Oh my god. I didn't even see that at first. The weed one is like, yeah, we're gonna put it on the outside, but on the inside, we're gonna keep it straight. The Soviet one is like, nah, glory to the motherland. The face of the watch is also decorated. How are you supposed to look at a pocket watch? I always thought you held it open like a book, but all of them are oriented so that the 12 is above where you pop the lid open on it. Bro will never be late for work. I was such a loser when I was a kid, I'm not gonna lie, because I had a pocket watch which was already giving me scorn because no one else had one. And when you're a kid, anything that's different, you're gonna get shit on for it. And then I wasn't old enough to have like a normal cell phone, so I had a Palm Pilot PDA. Oh my gosh, I got ragged for that so much. But also it was like I was the only person that had something that fit in your pocket that could also access the internet. But then I would also be like, 1 second, I have to put my PDA in my other pocket, otherwise my pocket watch will scratch it. Anyway, sorry to taint this sick clock collection, this sick pocket watch collection, by me saying that people thought I was a dweeb because I had one when I was a kid. Not only did I have a PDA, I had one long enough and used it enough that I asked for a new one for Christmas and got it. I had a Lionel Trains pocket watch as a kid. Bro, so did I! I had a little train set with them, and I had the pocket watch at some point. Anyway, Nate Life, this is sick. May I see you another time? Gun by Lum Mag. All right. I'm not much of a gun guy, but my dad is a bit of a gun guy, and my brother is like a super gun guy. So my knowledge is secondhand at best. Let's see what we got here. Bro, okay, hang on. This dude is... Are you getting commissions from John 1911? How many fucking... I have one handgun. I don't have fun shooting handguns. Most of my main ones are for hunting. My only handgun is a 38 Special Smith & Wesson revolver, which is pretty nice, I'm not gonna lie. Only one of those is actually a 1911. All right, gun people, I need you to educate me. One, is this the one that's the 1911? And two, what makes these other ones that all look like 1911s not 1911s? Shit ton of high points? I'm guessing high point. Is this a high point? This looks like my brother's high point. Or it might just be a Glock, I'm not sure. I'm not that much of a gun guy, sorry. Is Loom your brother? Loom is not my brother, because these are not the guns that he has. He has a more rifle-forward collection. Also, he sold most of his best pieces to pay for his wedding. Bro traded gun for woman, I fear. And most of them were, like, historical. Lots of World War I, World War II pieces. His purchase price on all his guns was like $7,000 over like the entire course of him being in high school and college. And then when he graduated and then got married and sold them, he sold them for like over $25,000, I want to say. He had like an original non-retrofitted K98, which is apparently quite hard to find. He got it for like $500. Also, he had several Mosin Nagants because they were 80 bucks when he bought them, but now they're hundreds. So he was able to just immediately cash those out. He had a bunch of those big tin cans of the Mosin ammo as well, which he bought not that much, but he sold them for hundreds each because those were like gone. Actual like insane find, and he bought it for $500 or $600. Actual scamming funds. You can buy guns at flea markets. You're not supposed to. Okay, listen, here's what he would do. He would look for a guy who looked like he sold guns. Then he would go up and start talking about antiques and then start talking about guns. If it was an old guy, he'd be like, oh, you know, I do have this and this. Then he would start a trade. They wouldn't have them there. It would be like, oh, I have this at home. And then he would initiate the trade and like arrange it with the guy outside of it. The K98 Mauser fucking sucked to shoot, by the way. We would go out and shoot it. He had that one. He also had the Nagant revolver. That thing sucked. That thing sucked to shoot. But it's really special because it's the only revolver, I think, that's been manufactured that you can put a silencer on. Or a suppressor, sorry, it's not a silencer. It was a cool mechanic, but actually shooting it sucked, and every shot was like $3. Anyway, now I'm just rattling on about... This is a sick collection, brother. I wonder if we'll get any other gun collections in this set. Oh my god, it's Roblox. Roblox toys. I collect a variety of figures, but my heart swoons for them in particular. Sorry, I just think they're neat. For the context, the taller, more humanoid figures are based on the Arthro avatar type. Chad, I need you to vote. Is this a child or is this... Someone who just really likes Roblox. Okay, you know what? Their name is King Roblox Yuri. If ever be child. I don't know, man. I know some people that have some whack-ass collections. I didn't even know these existed. This is Dude, they retextured the heads now, bro. Your figures are gonna be obsolete. Is that a police mermaid? Yes. I haven't played enough Roblox to know this, but apparently there's different avatar types. What is the pickle lizard thing? I don't know, but that's probably my favorite one of the lot. I also am fond of E, if I have to pick one. All right, let's see what's next in the go. Whoa! My collection of toys from a children's Japanese franchise called Kamen Rider. Yeah, I have a friend who's really, really into Kamen Rider. I don't know anything about it, but I know that they have sick belts. I'm still waiting for a sword to arrive because it got retained by the army for inspection. Been almost a month already. Belt straps are in a box. Hell yeah, brother. All I know is that Kamen Rider is built around having cool gimmicky devices that they can turn into sick toys. Kind of like the 80s cartoons in the US used to do. And all these belts have like locking mechanisms of some degree. So he has the straps somewhere else, but wait, Tortoise Knight, hang on, you're in chat right now. It's still retained in the army? Are you deployed and like you got it mailed to you and they didn't? Or did the military fucking detain it? The belts are like $100 plus. They're essentially little computers because they can recognize all the different transformation items. That's fucking awesome. That's expensive. That's more than I thought they'd be, honestly. I've seen a little bit of Kamen Rider. I haven't like watched the show through, but I've seen like single episodes before. Thank you so much, Tortoise Knight, for the Kamen Rider collection. That's fucking sick. Hang on. Okay, hang on. This guy is in the Discord. This is the jeans guy. He talks about being a denim head. And we were like, what do you mean you're a denim head? And he's like, I'm really into jeans. I collect jeans. And we're like, do you just like wear a lot of jeans? That doesn't really count as a collection. And then he fucking pulled this out. He has a Excel spreadsheet of every pair of jeans he owns, when he got it, what he paid for it, what the retail price is and what the resale price is, the year it came out, special info on it, what the exact brand and cut and everything is. This is way bigger than what's shown in this screenshot. If it was just a pile of jeans, that'd be one thing. I think what makes this a good collection is that he has meticulously outlined every single pair. I have my jeans collection. I have 3 storage bags, clothing organizers, filled with 42 pairs of jeans total. My favorite pairs are probably the acid wash pair and my LVC 501Zs, retail $300. To answer a potential question, yes, I do wear all the jeans. Jeans are the only thing I wear. I don't know where this dude lives, but if you see a shirtless man in some rare jeans walking around, you know who it is. Total respect for the organization. Legitimately, yeah, I do have respect for the organization. Also, I'm amused by how many of these. Okay, like down here, Levi's Slim 511s, acquired last August. Retail price $87.67. No, that's the price he paid. Okay, no, I was gonna say the resale value is $128. You paid $300 for it, and it retailed for less than that. No, never mind. It was a good deal because it was under the resale. If that's the case, then most of these he did get for more. Well, actually, no. What about these guys? Pajama jeans? That's not really jeans. I used to have a pair of those. Those are comfy. This guy get me to learn spreadsheets. It's a good idea. I used to do this when I was... All right, listen. I'm talking about collections just making me up my dweeb meter. But like when I was a kid, not only was I a dweeb with a Palm Pilot and a pocket watch, I also had a coin collection. And I had a giant catalog of all the coins I had and what their current worth value was. And I would update it twice a year because the price of silver would change and it would affect the collection value. Anyway, this is a sick collection, Sven. Thank you for showing off your catalog here. That's awesome, dude. Oh my gosh, I collect PPE and nuclear memorabilia, like the Chernobyl medals, medkits, bottles, etc. There's a lot more I can't fit in 4 photos, like bags, filters, mask variants, and such. Holy shit. Solo thirds, that's a sick collection, dude. He collects PP. Yeah, I collect PP. PPE. Nuclear memorabilia. So wait, you actually have... Oh yeah, no, you do have the medals. That's pretty sick, dude. Oh, I used to have one of these. These are old. These are old. Oh my gosh, that's so cool, dude. I've added more since I've last posted that. Some arrived, but another is in transit from Ukraine. Dude, I bought so much old electronics from Ukraine. You can get all those old Soviet era like vacuum tubes, Nixie tubes, or like power electronics like transformers. I've imported a lot, and it all comes from Ukraine. That's the one country that funnels it out, I think. Solar thirds, this is a sick collection. Even got all the different filters and everything. Here, let's check out. What the fuck is this? Dude, I have a lot of old microcontrollers. I ain't got anything on this collection. This is Tomato! Tomato, you have this many of these? I collect a lot of things, but I have a very weak spot for the 8-bit 1970s and 80s microcontrollers. So this is a part of my microcontroller collection and associated support chips. I especially like the Zilog Z80s, so most I'm showing is that or related to it. Special box is all Intel MCS4 4004 stuff and some engineering samples from the 70s. Engineering samples from the 70s is crazy. How do I explain this to someone who maybe doesn't know what this is? The Z80 is like the microcontroller of the 80s, effectively. This thing was massively instrumental in like the progress of computing. It's the processor that a TI-84 uses, or any of the TI graphing calculators are based on. The ones that you buy nowadays, in current year, are still working off of original Z80 architecture. Why is your viewership equal parts Minecraft tweens and 63-year-old engineers who are just contractors now, I promise, honey? I got a real diverse range of viewers here. The way they did these old chips, by the way, if you're wondering why they look like this, see, modern day, you typically pin it. It's plastic. It's a plastic case. Put the bottom part on, you put your pins in, then plop in your silicon chip in the center, and then you have another device that goes and puts really, really like sub-hair thin wires from the silicon chip on the pads on the side, and then it wires them to the pins on the chip, and then it seals the top on. But back in the day, they would put them on these ceramic squares. So these purple chips and these white ones here are made out of ceramic, I'm pretty sure. And you can see where they route the pins. You can kind of see it on these. But I know if you take one of these and you hold them up to the light, because I don't have these Z80s like Tomato has, but I have several Motorola 68Ks. If you hold them up to a bright light, you can see the traces through the ceramic where they're wired into the silicon. Anyway, that's a sick collection, dude. Hell yeah, brother. This is just me getting segues. What the fuck is this? You collect a can of Coke and a ball? Wait, like, wait. My collection, modest ball of Baby Bell cheese wax with cherry Coke, zero sugar, and Chinese coin for scale. Dog, how much cheese do you eat? Also, I'm sorry, it's almost a foot in circumference? That's insane. This is like the size of a softball. Why are you... That's only like 3 packages of Baby Bell? That's not true, because I also used to put the wax from the Baby Bell cheese into a big wax ball when I was a kid, and we started getting the Baby Bell cheeses. And I swear, I ate a lot of cheese, and I had a ball that was the size of it was maybe like an inch in diameter. Keep in mind, volume scales exponentially. This shit is like 3 or 4 times the diameter, man. Influx, your toilet has to be fucking destroyed. You gotta be dropping like 5-pound turds with this amount of cheese. How is this not fucking you up, dog? Or maybe this is from like a year worth of cheese eating. Only in this community will we get this. What's the next one? Oh, sick! Guitar collection. Yeah, baby. I know most musicians have GAS, gear acquire syndrome, though I tend to stick to a certain sound. I like experimenting from your standard 6-string E standards. Bass 4 to the beast of a 10-string. G-flat standard. Automatic failure? You submitted this? This is a fucking sick collection, dude. I do not know enough about guitars to say anything about any of it. Got the banjo in there. You see the keyboard with the built-in speaker? That's how you know it's quality, baby. The 8-string in the front? Okay, I was wondering what that was. I don't even know how you would go about playing it. The white egg thing is cool. This? I appreciate bro's attempts to sound insulate as well. He's got the sheets on the ceiling and the foam pads all over the walls. Wide variety of vibes too. 2 pink guitars. The girth of the 8-string. Yeah, I've never seen anything like this. This is like crazy. I'm having to count to see. Is this a 10-string? No, I think this is an 8-string. This one's also wide as fuck. Bro has a guitar center. They ain't selling shit like this in a guitar center. Not like this freaky 8-string beast. +2 for sure. Dude, that's awesome. Wait, what the fuck is that? Never mind. I've never seen one like that. Look, automatic failure. This is a sick collection. Thank you, dude. All right, let's see what we got. Model cars and then at Hot Wheels Jack. I have always seen these in model shops and whatever. I've never seen an honest collection of them. That's pretty sick, honestly. Bro is jacking his wheels. Lots of Lambos, actually. Surprise coin set on the bottom. Is that an Eisenhower dollar I spot? Hang on, wait. This only has 1 image on it, but it says 1 of 3 on the thing up here. Love the Mercedes. Yeah, that one's pretty sick. This is a cool little collection, man. I like that they all have their own little cases. Though, I can't remember. I'm pretty sure they're sold like that as well. I hope someone on here has a coin collection. But maybe that's too boomer of a collection. I don't know. Just imagine there are 3 times as many as shown, one from the 1 of 3. My dad spent my college fund on slot cars, die-cast cars, and other car memorabilia, thinking he'd make bank after some years. He's disabled and I'm his POA now. I had to sell it all off for him. It made 14K. Dog, a lot of that stuff actually sells pretty well. How the hell did he did not buy what hit, man? Anyway, thank you for showing off your model cars, Hot Wheels Jack. Let's see what next. Holy shit! Oh my God. I collect various Pip-Boys from Fallout and customize them. There are currently 3 of them missing from this photo. S15 costuming, that's a crazy collection. That's awesome. Hang on, I'm assuming these are the customized ones, the ones with like the leather. That's fucking sick, dude. Cause this is like the stock special edition one. And then you've got some, like this one looks like completely custom. And then this one I think is a repaint of the special edition. This one looks completely custom too. That's awesome, dude. These are gonna be so clutch when the bombs start flying. The ones that released with the Fallout 4 Collector's Edition, you put your phone behind it, and then you had like an app that would show the screen. And that was how they did it, I think. It's the leftmost middle one. Leftmost middle, this guy, right? Yeah. And I think this guy and this guy. And then I think this is a repaint of these. The odd looking ones are the Pip-Boy 2000 kits. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Whoa, what the fuck is this? All right, we're in some deep weeb shit right now. The now discontinued Japanese-only Fire Emblem trading card game. It is unironically still played in Japan and online, even though it was discontinued over 5 years ago. Got a complete booster box, Comiket box, and promo boosters collection. Slowly working on the cards. That's insane. Japan only? You've got all these sealed, like, packs? That's actually crazy. Is this worth a lot of money? Well, that's the thing, is it's discontinued, so it depends on how much people are into it. But like, regardless of its monetary worth, it's worth a lot to someone because it's so niche, you know? Comiket anything is hard to get because you only get them at Comiket. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the idea is that anything that is sold at Comiket, you're supposed to like only sell it there, and it's normally like limited stock and everything, so like once it's gone, that's it. Holy shit, all the sealed packs, all the all the boxes. Japan does work on a FOMO economy. They love leveraging FOMO for monetary gain. Omega Shinku. Keep your eye out for this guy. I have a growing collection of VTuber merch and models, mostly Warhammer models. Okay, so this is two different collections here. All right, hang on. Warhammer, this is $10,000 worth of Warhammer. You've got the Hina, Ecto, and Tobbs, and the Batserd plush based selection for sure. And you got the Hina merch pack. I'm biased, but and the Tobbs merch pack. You've got the merch for like all the homies. Bro's about 600 in Warhammer. All right, let's see what else we got on here. Whoa, wait, this person collects chicken merch? A sign fell behind my bed while making this, so I had to hold it up in the second photo. I also have a wind chime and live chickens, but I can't bring those inside. Abysmal Lucian, this is a sick collection. It's not hoarding their chickens. Also, my aunt would love you. She has a shitload of chicken stuff. Will stop for chickens. Caution, chickens on board. Some of this is so obscure that you wouldn't even think that it's like actual sold merch. But except that my aunt is really into this and she has a bunch of this stuff too. And I'm like, damn, they be marketing chickens. My chicken beat up your honor students. I love New York, Pennsylvania, Chicago Drive. It's the chicken from Moana Lego set. Ton of little glass chickens. Like layered post-it notes on the wall of drawings of chickens. This is a nutty collection. I'm trying to think of a word to describe it. This is a nutty collection. I'm sorry, is this a fucking vape collection? This is really treading the line between collection and addiction. But I do think that this much does qualify at this point as a collection. These are all non-disposable, presumably. I think these are all reusable. Wait, not all pictured, but I'm also an avid vape collector slash builder. It has slowed way down since all the bans. Haven't smoked an actual cigarette for about 10 years now. Only use a few main rigs daily. The ones on the shelves haven't been used in some time. Also create my own liquid. This dude is fucking formulating the shit by hand. Back in like 2015 or so, that's kind of what everyone was doing. Hell, wait a second, didn't you submit a different collection? Yeah, they were the guitars. Bro's got a guitar collection and the vape collection. I'm glad you started with the guitar collection. No, this qualifies. This is ridiculous. I've never seen one person have so many vape juices in my entire life. Wait, I collect Star Wars Porg merch. Even though I know the sequels are shit, the Porg are the cutest things I've ever seen. Yes, that is a tapestry I have hanging above my PC. I feel like we've back-weighted the list of collections here. This is contending for one of the most, like, crazy specific collections. G-Cars 06, I gotta hand it to you, man. You're maybe one of the only people out there collecting Porg merch. That's kinda awesome. I kept accidentally calling these things Pogs when I was talking about the movies after they came out. I don't know what to call what I collect other than probably haunted. I use like antiques. Are these teeth? Are these teeth or are these clay teeth? I don't know how to feel about this one. I think I gotta say it's pretty neat or I'm gonna get hexed. What are these? +2 to appease the spirits. Grandma used to have something very similar to this and all the kids were afraid of it. My little Rune Factory game collection. Oh, this is cute. They just came out with a new Rune Factory, didn't they? I got it for my sister for Christmas. Oh, so fancy. It's a farming and dungeon crawler? Yeah. But you can also, like, you, like, grow older and you can, like, get married and then, can you have kids? There's, like, storylines you can go through and different people that you can kind of, like, grow with. 500 manga volumes by Grinchass03. What in the hell? Can I even, okay, wait, hang on. How much I can analyze this is gonna determine where the, the judgment lies here. Where's the Gundam? least insane Gundam fan. Gundam fans, when you tell them you're not a big fan of big robot fighting manga. Well, I want to know what this set is, where it's a thick book followed by a thin one, and then every single volume is like that. Whoa, okay, hang on a second. I collect fragrances. The top shelf ones are my favorites. By user who goes by Vorcrime. All right, I need someone to weigh in. Because if I say I don't have a lot of fragrances, people are gonna be like, oh, because you fucking reek, you gamer. But is it perfumes or colognes? I'm actually not sure. This is literally thousands of dollars in fragrances. I was gonna say, because, like, I've bought these as a gift, and I know there's varying, like, qualities and whatever, but, like a good fragrance is, like, over $100. Is this Jeremy Fragrance? Jeremy Fragrance scares me. He seems like a nice guy, but he scares me a little. They say the top shelf ones are my favorites. I'm assuming these are the top shelf ones here. They're in, like, the velvet box. This is, like, done up like a... Like this is what I would expect for someone, like, you know, to be actively using them. You'd keep this in, like, your bathroom or something. But this tiered shelf with, like, the top shelf, and it's got the fold-out box. I'm impressed by this collection. Slab, you seem like an Old Spice kind of guy. Literally the only cologne I have, which I have not used in forever, I have a little tiny bottle of it, just in case, you know, I get invited somewhere where I have to look like I'm trying to smell nice, is green polo. So take that as you will. And it was not giga expensive. But at the time I got it, I thought it was. Oh my gosh. Okay, hang on. I collect Mega Man figures, VTuber plushies, and Senran Kagura. Hopsity! He's got the little arm cannon up here too. This is Chibidoki, other Chibidoki, Zentreya. Is that Ashton Martin? There's the Filian one. I was gonna say, I know he has one of those. Iron Mouse, Mako, the Grimmy thing, the eye, and Mari. Is this a Pia? Is this Pia P? All right, base. And then there's Toma next to her. I have a few autistic fixations. Nah, man, this is what dudes on the EDC subreddit be posting, and then be like, this is what I wear daily, my daily carry. It's got like 3 guns, 2 watches, and 5 flashlights. Oh, this is Authentic Human. This is Mr. Jin. I was tipped off by, one, the Mari with what I'm pretty sure is a custom white monster plush on the hand. That's an epic setup, by the way. And then also, I saw the cigar, and I was like, this motherfucker is always smoking cigars in the Discord. Over here. And Olight! Okay, hang on. This is a good flashlight. I have one of these. Or I used to. I gave it to my dad. It was the copper, the all-copper Olight, so it oxidized pretty heavy. It was green by the time I gave it away. This is a tiny ass. What is this shooting? Sorry, I'm able to pin the EDC subreddit. I'm able to pin it so well because I used to go on there and look at what people would post because they had really good flashlight and like pin recommendations. The real win on this set too is the custom white monster plush.
It's time to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of gum.
All right. I was like, yo, make sure not all the wildest collections are at the beginning so that we can still get some good stuff as we go on. What? They're really holding out on me on this because, dude, we found the Duke Nukem version of the guy who buys every copy of Speed on VHS. This is the Duke Nukem that sucks. Always bet on Duke. Is this just 1,000 copies of the same game? Yes. Yes, this was considered like a massive flop of a game too, I'm pretty sure. This is the one that, isn't this the one that came out way after all the other Duke Nukem games? And it was like massively outdated when it came out, or am I crazy? Yeah, we waited 20 years for it and it sucked ass. It was like, it was in development hell for like a decade and then it came out and it was garbage. Anyway, this guy owns every fucking copy of the game. Yo, dude, the hats too? That's crazy. This is an insane collection. Oh my, yeah, it was the Half-Life 3 before Half-Life 3 where it was like, they will never release Duke Nukem forever. And then when they did, it was like, oh, this sucks. He has like 4 special editions of it. I like that he wasn't constraining himself just to like the perfect copies or anything. These are very clearly like GameStop used game carts where it doesn't have the original packaging anymore. He's got this shit for the Xbox 360, the PS3, PC, DVD. You got 2 King Edition up here, multiple with the bust Balls of Steel edition. I have a bit more Duke Nukem Forever stuff than others normally might have. Started out as a joke, but then it got a little out of hand. Don't really have enough shelf space to have it all out on display. Dude has the Duke Nukem GPU. That's crazy. This is one of the best ones we've seen. Just the dedication to get so much of a game that no one liked. The themed Duke Nukem GPU. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. This is an insane collection. D Young, kudos to you, man. That's awesome. My collection of feathers. I can identify most, if not all, if y'all are curious. Chat, post this followed up by an image where it's like the speech bubble and then it's going down and it's like a squirrel typing on the keyboard. This is a cool collection though. I used to collect all the little feathers that I would find when I would go on walks or hikes or whatever. And I didn't keep them in a book or anything. I had a board behind my bed and I would stick them in. They had little holes on the top and I would stick them in the holes so they would stick up. This is cool. Thank you for sharing your feather collection. What the fuck? I'm very normal about Sylveon, but at Sylveon's, this is like multiple shelves. Giant Sylveon collection. It's a very cute like design. I understand the appeal. That's crazy though. There's so many. Yeah, you got some Chikawas in here too. Some rogue Chikawas and Pikachus. They even got the themed like lotion or something, and a card here with the matching Pokemon like card holder. Dude, you got the painting too. This is like the card in like a tin. This is a great collection. It's so varied. At what point does this become autism? Listen, here's how you're gonna find out that almost every collection is autism. That's the nature of collection. This is sick though. What? That's a great one. Whoa, wait, that's a ton. Here's my extensive collection of dice, primarily made of precious stones and metals. I've got dice made from tanks, meteors, and rare earth minerals. That's fucking awesome, actually. Dude, I love this too. This is a great, like, the way these are all presented, you've got like this little guy that has the little like pock holes for all of them. Oh, that's this piece down here. The like bandolier of jars. This is like a giant dice that's got, it's a big resin one with a bunch of little ones inside of it. It's like a great way to show them off while still being like a practical setup too. First the Time Master, now the Chance Maker. You need to team up with the guy that has 20 pocket watches and you guys can dress up in like steampunk gear and travel through time rigging the lottery or some shit. Oh my gosh, my doll collection. I own 28 different dolls altogether. Freckle Goblin. You say doll collection, that's a very agnostic phrasing of like what they are. This is specifically a Monster High doll collection. Maybe I'm just not an expert here, so I'm missing on this. Alright, fine, I'm biased. It is really funny that you didn't say this is my collection of Monster High. You said, no, it's my doll collection. Just pay no attention to the fact that 95% of them are from the exact same franchise. Alright, hang on, let's see what we got here. Bought a shed from a roadside dealer. Finished it and housed my game collection. Wait, you built the room this is in? That's like bonus points. I'm buying art from CODs for the ceiling, so it'll be like the Sistine Chapel, but based. Whappity bam! This is a backloaded collection list. Because holy shit, man, that's crazy. I can't ask where do you live, but like, I'm a little curious because in the summer, it's gotta be like 110 degrees out here, right? I can tell bro can't be that old either because his primary chair is this beanbag, and I have this exact beanbag in my living room, and that shit kills my back now. He's got a Super Nintendo, an original NES, N64, I believe that's a Sega Genesis or a Mega Drive, depending. PlayStation 1, looks like a PlayStation 2, Xbox, original Xbox. Dude, this is sick. Oh, the Saturn. Is that the Saturn down there then? This is a crazy, well-organized collection. did you just build this? I'm not saying that it looks like you just built it because it is this neat. Because there's like some stuff on the floor, but it's way neater than what it normally would look like if it was lived in. That's actually, you get extra points for that. Honestly, I'm giving you a lot of credibility because you're the only one in this entire set that's like, yeah, I actually built the room that the collection is in. Dude, he's got a virtual boy? What the fuck are you doing? Then also, he's got like the Wii and like the Wii Fit and the Wii peripherals. Okay. This is a crazy setup. Whoa! Wait! Whoa, 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 whoa. Are these all Toho projects? I like collecting Toho Project CDs. I've got close to 1,000 so far. Sugi Yamagawa. That is an insane collection. So many it's bending the shelves. Oh my gosh, you're right. They are warping a bit. Are there duplicates in this? Are there legitimately 1,000 unique Toho projects? If there is that many, you've got to have like almost all of them, right? What is a CD? CD's nuts in your mouth, LML. There's way more than 1,000? Like, released? That's insane. Really? I didn't realize there's so many, man. No, I don't actually know Toho music that well. I've listened to a lot of it, but it may be like 10 hours total of it. Not like 1,000 CDs worth. Suji, I don't know if you're here, but this is a banger for the dedication to collect this many. Whoa, hang on, wait. I collect Sprigatio, Florigato. This has to be Florigato in chat, right? I collect Sprigatio, Florigato, and Meowscarda Pokemon stuff. Particularly Florigato, hence the Twitch username. Yes! Yes, it is! It is Florigato in Twitch. Love me some grass kitties. Editor's note. They had a link to a spreadsheet with all their Sprigatito line TCG cards. There's a lot. Florigato, my apologies. I think I didn't understand the width of your game here. I thought you were just a fan of the character. I didn't realize you had like a dedicated like shrine to every evolution stage. That's crazy. This is a good collection. You know, normally if I saw someone with the Florigato set, I would be like, all right, let me guess. Stoner? But honestly, with Florigato, I don't know about that. I think they might just like the character. The big statue is cool. Yeah. I love that these are in like a terrarium too. And then the plushies on top. It's a great one, man. Whoa! Hang on, wait. I collect mini alcohol bottles in the hope that in the future I can make the ultimate King's Cup. Whoa, you got a lot of fancy shit on here too. What the hell? Do you have a fucking Midori shooter? They made that? Okay, wait. How'd you get like the whole Chinese Zodiac in liquor bottles? That had to, were these like, did these release all at once or did you like accumulate these over the years? Why is there a crank coming out of your wall? Sorry this is derailing slightly from the collection, I know. The cock looking a little low. What do you mean by that? Oh, he been drinking a lot of that cock juice. Little Campari ones, too. Bro is drinking out of gourds on the bottom. He's got these little ones that are, like, made of clay down here, I think. See, like, I understand, like, a tiny Hennessy or something, because it's like, okay, yeah, you would sell that, because people will shoot that. But, like, a tiny Galliano? No one is shooting a fucking Galliano. That shit tastes like fiddle. You mix that with other stuff, man. If I was gonna show off any collection, the one cohesive collection I have is my fucking booze collection. Dude, the liquor cabinet is literally loaded with supply. All right, this is an awesome collection. Let's check out some more though. Oh, dude. All right, this is cool to me specifically. My largest collection and probably most interesting stream-worthy story is my collection of IBM mini computers. The left picture is most of what I have at home. It spans a range from 1985 to about 2002. The black ones are all AS400, the beige one is a System 36. The one with Drama Queen sticker came from a Vitamin World in an Ohio mall, and it tried to burn my house down. The right picture is of a circa 1978 System 34 mini computer. Yes, a 10-foot long, 800-pound mini computer. Still works after a year-long restoration, and we take her to the Vintage Computer Festival. First of all, when and where is the Vintage Computer Festival? Because I don't know if I would be allowed to stream there. It would be very cool to go and see, to go check it out. And also, this is a crazy cool collection. This big IBM one right here with the massive 5 1/4 drive on the front that tried to burn the house down. Some of these old computers are a little sketchy. Dude, that's so cool. Relic IBM. I mean, all of these are relics. The newest one is 2002, which is... You're not gonna like this, y'all, but that's 24 years ago now. Is it bigger than the mini fridge? This is absolutely bigger than a mini fridge. It's 10 foot long, so it's gotta be like 4 foot tall or so. That's awesome, though. This is a sick collection. This guy I really am fond of. Rylitha? Hang on, yeah, you're here in chat all the time. That's so cool. All right, what do we have here? My plushie collection, waiting on yours to arrive. Should be soon, in the next 2 weeks, hopefully. And as a bonus, my Fillion collection. All right, this is... Wait, hang on. What is this lineup? What is this lineup of, Hey, this is a cursed VTuber blunt rotation. You have Pippa Kirsha. I don't know. I think this is maybe her, mascot. Mari, Shondo, Tobbs, Hina, and Fillion. That's a wild plushie collection. You got some homies in there though, so I'm giving you good credit on this for sure. I have this. This is the makeshift plushie. I have that one. You have the Fillion, the U2's like figure. I feel like that one was not as common. You got the rare ones in here somewhere. I never even seen this guy. Wolves brings the radioactive blunt to the nightmare blunt rotation. My collection of plastic ducks, 52 exactly found in random spots around my college campus. I am yet to find the culprit. You find these in random spots, you've been picking them up and keeping a cup full of them? All right, let's see what we got. Y'all, this is a legally distinct... We have not one insane dinosaur collection. We have fucking 2 insane dinosaur collections? The other one was like, the whole office room is basically covered in dinosaurs. This one is literally like a dedicated dino room, proving that nothing is more manly than dinosaurs. I'm like 99% sure the first one was a woman's setup. This is an insane setup, though. This is a masculine version. Dude, Jurassic World dropped and they were like, fuck yes, dude. They got so much stuff. Dude, okay, hang on. Enhance. You see this T-Rex right here in the center? In the center shelf, the big brown T-Rex right in the middle. I used to have that dinosaur. That was I think it was Jurassic Park branded. I completely forgot about that thing, though. I had that when I was a kid. It was awesome. This is a crazy amount of stuff. Yeah, bro has a slight dinosaur collection. There's a Roboraptor from when I was a kid. Yo! Hell yeah, dude. And then the giant Stegosaurus on top of the shelves there. This has to be the most, like, claustrophobic room of all time. I just noticed there's a corner desk down here that has 2 monitors on it. This guy works in the dino realm, man. It's over if they trip. This is awesome. Lofo's BPDS. This is a crazy collection. You're up there with the guy with the gamer hall and the surprisingly other person with a dinosaur collection. I'm sorry, what is this? Not particularly interesting. I have a collection of 6,452 MIDIs. Hang on, wait, 1993. Wait. 91, 93, 92, 2004? This is the motherfucker making the bandle. What the fuck is this? How do you have them from that far back? Because, like, if they were all, like, 91 or something, I'd be like, oh, the date on his PC is wrong. But, like, no, these are very clearly, like, from different eras in the 90s. Hey, bro, can you send me a zip file of these MIDI folders? Yeah, that'd be awesome. What the fuck? Oh, these ain't guns. A collection of paintball marking equipment. These are not firearms. Of note are the 2 Sandridge autocockers on the bottom. These are one of the first paintball markers to feature an anti-chop breach sensor. This would hold the bolt open until a paintball was fully in the chamber before closing, preventing from jamming or exploding in the breach. All right, we have a real fucking paintball enthusiast here. That's awesome. I didn't even know that existed. Me and my brother and our friends would go off to the woods and just fucking blast each other, and then we went by honor system for sure. But that shit jammed all the time. It was practically a mechanic to try to wait someone out. If they were volleying you real hard, you'd be like, oh, just wait them out. At some point, they're gonna fucking jam their gun, and then you can rush them and fucking blast their ass. What I would have done for a sensor that tells you, that detects when the paintball is fully loaded so it doesn't smash the half deployed ball in the breach. That's fucking awesome, actually. This is sick though. This is a cool collection. Oh, whoa. Here's my glow cabinet filled with uranium glass and other radioactive and non-radioactive items. It is all safe, just don't eat any of it. Radiation levels go to background about 3 feet away from it. Even up close, it's low dose. Normal background here is 500 to 800 counts per minute on my Better Geiger S2L. I also have an Alpha Hound ABG detector. Oh. I desperately need like a proper real Geiger counter that I can count alpha with. This is sick. This is so cool though. Is this a uranium like crystal? I imagine, yeah, because you're getting 38,500 CPM off of it. That's insane, man. I don't want to say, do you live in a previous blast radius, but like your background is 500 to 800 counts per minute? I'm not getting anywhere near that here, and I'm pretty sure I've got radon in my basement and shit. I love the uranium glass, though. It is actually a shame they don't make this anymore. Uranium glass is not dangerous. Unless you, like, eat the glass. But, like, eating food that's on uranium glass is completely fine. And it looks super cool, dude. Alright, thank you, local crackhead Father Berman. Scrap Copper Collection. Literal crackhead collection. It took us till this far in before we got an actual honest-to-God crackhead in the crackhead collections. Sorry, not scrap, scarp copper collection. Only in this chat, man. You're not finding stuff like this submitted in anyone else's chat. The fuck you mean scarp copper? Don't play coy with me, motherfucker. I know you're the reason why I gotta ask an attendant to get the spool of wire out from behind the cage at Home Depot now. Whoa! Whoa, this is a pretty big collection. I have a growing collection of Japanese video game soundtracks. Most are from the 80s and 90s arcade games. Also pictured are my Walkman, cassette deck, CD player, IEMs, headphones, and a few anime soundtracks. And some other silly ones. Borbelli! Wait, I didn't know you had this. Hell yeah, dude, that's awesome. Dude, that's one of the OG Walkmans, too. You guys can't see because my head's in the way, but it's an OG Walkman. Are these on, yeah, these are all CDs. CDs, what, you may ask? These are IEMs up here as well. I was trying to look at what these headphones are. These are some Sennheisers, I'm pretty sure. I don't know about this one. Monster Hunter soundtrack book from the original. Fancy-ass CD player as well. Yeah, the 6,000 MIDI guys needs to get on this. This is an awesome collection, man. Hell yeah, dude. Whoa, my fixed blade collection. Dude, hang on, wait. I used to have this bayonet. I used to have this exact bayonet, this one right here. A couple noteworthy ones being T-Rex tooth-looking knife that's a replica of a knife that showed up in Jak 2 for 3 seconds that I had hand-forged in Nepal. And blessed by Himalayan monks, I have video proof. This is a collection, but I feel like more than a collection, it's a testament to your dedication to get this fucking knife that is this one, presumably, right here, that you got fucking custom made. Oh my gosh. Holy shit, there it is. The mechanics of this is like it's so funny to me because it's like, what do you mean there's a factory ordained Himalayan monk blessing it? This is fucking crazy, dog. It's not like you like brought it to a temple like off somewhere. It's like they're like, oh yeah, here's our on-staff Himalayan monk to bless the knife. This is a crazy video too. About half my collection of plastic spoons. Don't ask where the other half is. In the picture, there are 243 spoons. Yes, I counted them all by hand, but there are most likely more scattered around my room. The divisions are by every 100 spoons, by the way. I started collecting them in freshman year of high school and never stopped. Also, they all have serial numbers, and I managed to collect one spoon that had every number from 1 to 100. This is also by Amber Rosen. You're just a bundle of surprises, aren't you? See, I was like, you have a bunch of plastic spoons. What, you're like saving the ones you get in like a delivery order or something. But the last sentence is what really gets you, because you mean to say you checked the serial numbers of your plastic spoons and arranged them from 1 to 100 to make sure you had every serial number of plastic spoons? And then you also have like a custom blade that you had blessed by a monk. Different person, actually. It's the literal same guy. Not mine, someone messed up the name. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, you're really drifted across things here. You know, here and there's some mistakes in the slideshow. I'm gonna find credit for this one, though, because literally, I was gonna write the whole thing off as being guy who collects garbage, but then, whoa, my gosh, dude. I collect way too much computer hardware. I focus on CPUs, GPUs, etc. While I have things I cannot power up and use. I prefer to have working samples of things and ways to make them run and operate again. Hang on, you also got the fucked up evil RAM with the heat pipe that goes to a radiator. Hang on, wait, look how much fucking RAM he's got. Fellas, you know who to rob. I'm just kidding. Whoa, hang on, wait, Nightwolf, you have. Okay, hang on, early on, the very first one, QAI's RAM collection. I remember in the Discord when he was showing off his RAM collection, he showed off this RAM here, this Corsair overclocker RAM that has the 7-segment display readout on the top. He was like, I've been trying to get this forever and I can't get it. And I was like, how do you even get this available? And he's like, yeah, they only ever made like a couple hundred of them and they're giga rare. They're like a white whale that will never go up on sale, and the few people that have them will never get rid of them. And lo and behold, what, 57 projects later, we get a different RAM collection. We have a different old hardware collection that includes RAM, and you fucking have the ultra rare white whale RAM that no one ever sells? That's crazy, man. Oh, the NVIDIA Teslas. Those are pretty sick, actually. They're like they're outdated now because people are doing like AI shit. But these were really cool. I always wanted these to run simulation stuff in college. Nightwolf, watch your back. There may be a Himalayan blessed knife coming for you. I can call this a collection now because I've made so many wax seals over the last few months. Hopefully my knee recovers soon and I can make tons more. My sister does this. It's really cool. It seems like a really like therapeutic type thing. I was gonna say, you got like, okay, I could see like some more traditional ones, but then you got like the jellyfish. You got this little dragon here. You getting like little custom stamps and stuff. That's real cute. Whoa, okay. This is the main part of my comic collection. Long comic book boxes are 2 layers deep. There are 17 there at around 250 comics per box. That's around 4,250 comics. The other closet not pictured has 12 short boxes with 150 each, and 2 more plastic long boxes, 500, with about 6,550 in total. This is not counting the piles of loose comics that I don't have boxes for yet. This has to be like a long time running collection, right? That's awesome, man. Holy shit, I had this exact elongated man volume when I was a kid. Since I was 7 years old, there's a few golden age, 40s and early 50s in a separate case. Mostly silver, late 50s and 60s. That's awesome, dude. That's a shit ton of comics. 17 boxes of this many, too. That's crazy. Speaking of the elongated man, let's do the penis meta. I don't know. I know a couple comic nerds that would go crazy over a collection like this. But it's really cool to just have something that you've collected since you were 7. I don't have anything that I've kept going that long. Okay, wait. My collection of Trivial Pursuit editions, most from thrift stores. I had to stop getting more because I ran out of room. Plus a bonus collection of Parallax microcontrollers and books for the culture. Okay, wait, hang on. Two different things to go through here. Hang on, you have a collection of Trivial Pursuit versions? I've played 20th Anniversary and Totally 80s, which fucking sucks because I was not alive during the 80s and my parents are, and they're the ones that bought it and they would always win. This is actually a pretty fun little collection, dude. I've played way too many of these, is what I'm realizing looking. I was like, oh yeah, you know what? I've also played the blue one. Oh, actually, I played the Trivial Pursuit Decades 2010-2020 because my aunt brought it to the family get-together at Christmas like 2 years ago. I'm realizing I've been forced into playing many of these. Disney Trivial Pursuit was a staple. Why don't they bring this one out? I might actually be good at it, dog. What the fuck is Trivial Pursuit? It's a board game where you answer trivia questions. Motherfucker, you have Trivial Pursuit Baby Boomer Edition? You literally have the Boomer Edition of Trivial Pursuit? Don't let grandma see this shit. She will ruin an hour of my life at the next Christmas gathering. Cause that's always where Trivial Pursuit is being played. I played multiple of these and every single one was at the same table at grandma's house when we're visiting there for Christmas. Someone's always bringing a new Trivial Pursuit. You mean to tell me they have a fucking Baby Boomer Edition? I used to memorize the question to appear smart to the family. Motherfucker, that's studying. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is sick, but okay. On the other ones, it was like, those that know how rare these things are. I am a massive fan of hobbyist electronics, but specifically not just all the other hobbyist electronics that were going big in the late 90s through the 2000s, but very specifically Parallax Incorporated hobby electronics. This is a hyper-tuned, I am into it kind of collection you got going on here. You got Al's world-famous Stamp Project of the Month anthology, microcontroller projects using the basic stamps. You got the Microcontroller Application Cookbook 1 and 2, which I believe, that's not Al Williams. That's, what's his name? Matt Gouliard, I believe. I had one of these. I didn't have the second one. You have the Applied Sensors Kit. Oh, I don't think they even make that. You have the original professional development board. I have the Propeller professional development board, which is probably fucking decrepit now. I threw that in the pit because I know you'd love it. Oh my gosh. Oh, the industrial control one. There's no way they make this anymore. No one's using a basic stamp for industrial control. And then hang on, do you have, I think that's a yellow one. Is that the BS2PE? I think it is. And then, oh, this one, it's a BS2SX. Holy shit, dude. The cookbook's still in the plastic wrap. Oh, like, dog, I'm tempted to offer you on buying these out. If you are ever going to get rid of these, I will pay the collector's fee for them. This is what I want to have in my collection. I didn't think Slab would gush over this collection. I don't think you understand how very specific to my interest this is. I was one of the biggest fans of this specific hobby electronics company. I was gonna say when it was in its heyday. It was kind of coming off its heyday, I think, by the time I was into it, but it was still in like pretty heavy swing because it was they kind of dominated when they released the basic stamp too, but then the Arduino posed a very significant threat because the basic stamp 2, it's very nice, easy to Let's do the final one. I think there's one left. Does bro deadass have 6 copies of Sons of Steel? It speaks for itself. He has more on the way. Who the fuck is releasing Sons of Steel in current year? 48-page booklet and CD soundtrack. Is this a Vinegar Syndrome release? They're the only ones I know that regularly put out collector's editions for dog shit like old movies. All right, hang on. Save image. I got a show. He has more copies of Sons of Steel. For anyone who doesn't know, Sons of Steel is a dog shit 80s? 90s? I don't know when it came out. It's a shitty, like, B movie, but in the Discord, they have become obsessed with watching it. They are literally watching Sons of Steel all the time in the VC. And it's gotten so bad, or they do it so much, that people have DM'd me and been like, Slab, I just really think you should ban watching Sons of Steel in the Discord. Anything else. I want to watch anything else. And I'm like, sorry, bro. I'm not gonna ban watching this movie. They literally are the only ones arranging movie nights. If you want to watch something else, you gotta arrange the movie night. I've gotten like 2 different people that have been like, please ban Sons of Steel. And I'm like, absolutely not. Okay, listen, I don't want to rank the collections all against each other because we had so many great collections, but I am gonna give some honorable mentions here. The Ram collection is insane. I already knew QAI had this, but that's an actual crazy tier collection. The Jurassic Park room and then the other guy that also had a dino room, both insane collections. Oh my gosh, the Duke Nukem guy though, this is special in a way that you're never gonna find another person with this many fucking Duke Nukem Forever copies, bro. There's so many that are like this is like an insanely impressive one, but then there's some that also have like the real crazy like visual look. This other dino room, that's just crazy, man. I love you guys. Thank you so much to everyone that submitted anything to the collections. Some people had like thousands of dollars of Gundams and those were not included, but then we included the crackhead that stole copper. Once again, nothing personnel, kid. We just had to change it for the stream. I'm gonna go through and look at all of them afterward though, because I'm very thankful that you guys submitted it at all. Thank you so much. But I want to do some other stuff like showing your workspaces or showing, you know, stuff like that. It's always fun. I think it's fun to do. This was a lot of fun. Some of you guys have such crazy stuff too. There's a lot of cool things.